Okay. Alrighty, so Jocelyn, are you ready for the minutes?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Everyone has had a chance to look at the minutes. Do I have a motion for approval?
Motion to approve the February minutes.
That's Tammy.
And I second.
That's Tav.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed?
Don't see any.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Okay, on to Marissa, corresponding secretary. We got at least one letter, I think, right?
Yep, I have two actually. One from Miss Rosini, who is a first grade teacher. She just wrote a little thank you note thanking us for the $50, and that money came out of the Giant funds. And then Mrs. Beeler also sent a nice thank you note in thanking us for the soft pretzels for her room. And then also saying that her kiddos loved having a first view of the oh my gosh, I'm drawing a complete blank. I want to say the dance party. Stephanie, what do I want to say? The dance.
Yes, special someone dance.
Special, thank you. Someone special dance. That's it. Yes, and then that's all I have.
They were very talented. That was
They were the moves.
all right. Thank you. Ben, I have you up next.
Hi, everyone. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Amy, can you see it? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, so this is the bank reconciliation for February, a pretty quiet month, not a whole lot to call out. We started with $26,781.90. We had an expense here for canvas and cookies. We'll continue to see a couple more expenses come out for this. Amazon Smile, $134.61 came in. The mental health first aid training, we talked about this last month. Basically, we had to write one check to the Chester County IU. The PTO didn't pay for this. Each person sent us their money in and we held it and then wrote one check out. So in the prior months, you'll see the money came in and then here's the cash that went out. And then we did get the money that was raised at the Soul Joel's comedy fundraiser with an ending balance of $26,801.76. Any questions? Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, Sarah, moving along.
Sorry, technical difficulties again. No past events that I have to report on, but I do have exciting news that we will be hosting another bingo, a virtual bingo coming up in the spring. So we're very, very excited about that. Keep an eye out. There'll be an announcement made tomorrow. The website does have access to sign up for your kids. They are free. And then there's also going to be an adult version with prizes. And some of those prizes include already a $25 gift certificate to Barrister's Bagels. And I think gift card to JJ Radigan's and a couple other local businesses as well.
Thank you. All right. So I'm up next. So Jocelyn, I just realized I didn't type my name in the chat. Sorry. I'm really good at giving instructions and not following. Anyway, so I thought this was cute. I just wanted to mention we got a shout out North Coventry PTO from Birthright of Pottstown, their newsletter. They still send a cute little paper newsletter. And we did that donation with MLK Day. So this was a little shout out saying thank you for that. Adopt a Senior is an effort going on through the high school parent group. And my message that I'm supposed to tell you is that the group is now a closed group. So you have to ask for membership. And this is something that's not really through our PTO at all, but it's just giving word of mouth if you want to adopt a graduate senior, not like a senior citizen, to give a little something for them since they've kind of had a lot of things taken away this year. So that's on Facebook. And so if you don't have Facebook or don't have access to that, I am not your girl, but I could find somebody for you. So let me know if you have any questions. On Thursday, I wanted to just mention, because we try to support our SEL at school. On Thursday, the middle school PTA is actually having, as part of their meeting, they're having a little presentation for social emotional learning. So if that's something that you want to be a part of, then let me know and I can talk to the middle school PTA about opening that up to any North Coventry people that would like to hear about it. 2 teachers are presenting that night, and that's Thursday night. And the last thing for me that I don't know if I got on the agenda or if I have it handwritten here, but elections are happening in 2 months already. So some of my favorite people are here in case you're interested in hopping on board. And I know the current board, I think, is mulling it over as to whether the energy and drive is there for another year. So if this is something that speaks to you, we would be happy to have your energies with us. And certainly if you have any questions about that, just let me know. As far as old business, I just wanted to make sure if you didn't see the dance yet, because I can see on our YouTube channel that there aren't as many views as I would have liked. I can tell you how to get to that on the website if you want, but it's very cute and Stephanie and Danielle did a great job with it. So it makes me smile whenever I need a little pickup. I just watch that. It's super cute.
Amy,
Yes,
you want to skip the Vice President 1 report today?
apparently I do. Sorry.
I don't mind, but I brought visual aids. I mean, it's okay.
Checked you off and everything. I think in my head you went, I'm sorry. Thank you.
That's all right. Okay. Vice President 1 report, Amazon Smile, excuse me, our 4th quarter was, as you can see, was 134.61. Ben mentioned that money already came in. Our next donation will be the 1st quarter of 2021, our next donation cycle, and that will be in May. We had some t-shirts that Amy was super with it and thought we might offer again. They were t-shirts that were left over that were not used. So she put a word out to see if anybody would like to sell or to buy any of those for kids that have outgrown them or anything to that effect. And we sold 10 t-shirts. So we brought in another $60 for that. We are still selling mask lanyards. You have one here. It's great for having to take your mask on and off and you don't lose it. It doesn't drop in anything. So, and they say Wildcats. There you go. They're available on the website. They are for on sale for $5. We are still selling and will be probably until the end of time. Why won't it pick it up? NC magnets. It won't pick it up. I heart NC. There we go. Magnets. They can go on your refrigerator or on your car if you're comfortable with putting it on your car. And those are still available again at the website for $3. And we still have our blankets. And so it was snowing today or flurrying today, if anybody noticed, and they're calling for more snow on Friday. So it'd be a great time to get one of these lovely plush blankets. They're super warm and fuzzy and very soft. And they say North Coventry on them. And they're great for spring campouts and stuff like that. So if you want to jump on those, they're also great for gifts. They're available on the website as well. We are.
I mean, you're not going to understand this, but they're apparently magical as well.
Oh.
So they like disappear when you do that with your funky background. So
right. They're like the Harry Potter cloak, right?
Yes, perfect. Yes.
I think
So
we just
buy
figured out
them.
the technology.
Everyone wants like 20 of them. They come in handy.
So right now we're doing carnations and candygrams. This kind of is coinciding with the talent show, but it's open to everyone. If you just want to have a little treat or a little something to brighten somebody's day. We're selling 1 stem for $2, 3 for $5, and 6 for $10. And you can even have a personalized message with them. And then we have little Swedish fish candygrams for $2. And they also have a personal note. So you can place your order and we'll notify the recipients. In your order, you'll put the email address of the adult that's associated with the order. We'll let them know that they're available for pickup in the lobby. Obviously, any faculty can just hop out in the lobby and grab them. So keep in mind, they're great for talent show, teacher and staff treats, a little something for a friend. So just a little fun thing to do, pep things up a little bit. Box tops, we're at $199.30 for the year. We've made our final submission. However, anything that we continue to accumulate, Becky, you'll be happy to know, continues to grow. So as you scan and save and clip your box tops, we can still put them in for the next, I believe it'll be, submission will be November, but the scanning, you can do it all summer long for the rest of the year. So keep doing that. And then as you saw in the treasurer's report, $250 came in from our Soul Jewels fundraiser. So that concludes the Vice President 1 report.
Thank God you stopped me. That was all good information. So sorry.
I almost let it go.
Those blankets are incredibly soft. I have to say they are the favorite at our house. There might be fights, but anyway. Okay, any other questions? I should stop and make sure I haven't forgotten anybody else or words of wisdom. Okay. All right, on to new business. We have some committee reports. April, are you ready to go with aid?
Yes, sorry. Hello. So AID has been quite busy since last month. So we're currently working on, we did our first session for March with Dr. Matt Sabo in his presentation. We are doing 2 more weeks of that. We have another speaker for April. He will be coming the 6th and the 8th. It'll be the same discussion groups, but we're offering it 2 different days. So this way to any scheduling conflicts. Haram Martinez will be our speaker. He will be doing a discussion on inclusive leadership, understanding the things that we say. And that's based off the book, 35 Dumb Things Well-Intended People Say by Dr. Mara Collin. And this speaker series was developed with Dr. Collin and him. And he's from Westchester University in the diversity department. So we're excited to have him next month. And then we also have another speaker coming in May, Kelly Yidam. She is the DEI officer at Westtown School District, and she will be doing a presentation on building community with parents' superpowers. That will be on May 5th and May 12th. We also got permission to put aid on the OJR School District page. So we'll be uploading some resources and all of our upcoming events on there eventually. We're working on getting that up there and started. So I think that's it. Is there anything else I forgot, Amy?
So I just have to say this to fulfill the grant. And I already bored the board, but we did apply for a Constellation Energy grant. And I need to keep saying this because this is a grant that all future PTOs should always apply for because it's very easy. It's not too arduous. And 2 times in a row now, we've gotten $500. Tammy got it for Playground a couple years ago, and I just got it for aid. But Constellation is an Exelon company. I have to say that every time. So there you go. And I think that's it. It's a lot. It was, it's been busy. The speaker in April, I think, is going to be very interactive. And I think it's going to be one of those that you leave feeling like you really came away with some tangible things and possibly some awareness of the dumb things that I say all the time that I didn't know were so dumb. But I look forward to that. Mental Health Advocacy Committee. Ben, are you good to go with a report? Where are you? There you are.
Yes. Hi. So the Mental Health Advocacy Committee continues to meet each month. Last month, we had a speaker, Holly, who's the founder of A Path to Hope. And I thought she did a great job. And there were a couple of people on tonight that were also on that call. And she really talked about kind of her journey and her experience and specifically in our community and different resources that are available to try to help pave that way a little bit for people. So that was a great night. She also gave out and donated signs that were picked up by April. So thank you, April. She went and picked up 50 signs from Downingtown and distributed them to all the elementary schools and kind of throughout the district. Their yard signs, they have like positive sayings on them, like today's a new day and pathtohope.org on the back. So that was nice. And they were placed outside North Coventry as well. Our next meeting is this Sunday. The committee will meet on the 21st. We'll continue to talk about speakers for the rest of this year and kind of what we want to do. We also have the Giant money, and I think we'll get into a little bit what we'll be using our Giant funds for, but some of that was budgeted for the Mental Health Advocacy Committee, and we'll have a licensed counselor from the community push into the classrooms and actually meet with the students and the teachers and the staff members to talk about and help, I think specifically kind of during the transition and during COVID and quarantine, and create some mindfulness for the students. So it's going to be a great use of the funds to be able to touch a lot of people in the elementary school.
Thank you.
That's what I had. Thanks.
All good work. Both committees are doing great. We welcome more buddies anytime. And it's not a huge time commitment, promise. I mean, it can be, but we can limit it. Okay, talent show and anything else about the Grahams. Danielle, do you want to talk to that?
Yeah, so we the video submission ended on the 15th and we got some great videos. We're still waiting on about 3 and I started putting it together, but they're really cute and I kind of think, you know, the silver lining of COVID, it allowed a lot of students to think outside the box, which they wouldn't typically be able to do on a stage in North Coventry. Like we have dog tricks and archery, shooting. It's really neat. And I'm excited that it actually got different and it got a lot of interest. So good work, everyone, on getting the word out. And for the Carnation Grahams, the message went out. And I think Tammy already spoke to this and we've already gotten a few orders. So that's great. That's really all I have.
And that deadline is in a couple days, right?
Yes. The 19th, I believe.
Orders, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I agree with you, Danielle. You know, some kids that probably would not have gotten on stage felt comfy doing a video. So that's really cool. Very good. Okay, staff appreciation. Casey Shaw, thankfully, is going to chair this event, a favorite event of the year, and we get to have it, which is great. She is going to be sending out letters, I believe, early next week about the typical, you know, donations. This is something that PTO itself can't fund for rules and regulations, but we can hold the money and then donate it so that the teachers and staff can get a great lunch during Staff Appreciation Week in May. So look out for those. It'll be emailed or put in backpacks if your child is in the building. And again, that's in May. So yearbook sales, the deadline for the creation of the yearbook is early April. So any pictures you want to get in there of your kids learning at home or going into school with their NC shirts on Monday, or we have World Down Syndrome Day with crazy socks would be a great thing to take a picture of coming up. So any of those, please, please, please get those in, mail those in to North Coventry Yearbook at gmail.com. And then the yearbooks will stay on sale. They're on sale now for $23. And May 1st, they go up to $25. We did scale back the amount of yearbooks that we ordered because historically the last bunch of years we have ordered to be safe and it's been too many. And then we really cut into our profits sometimes. So if you want to guarantee your kid a book, please order it online. I can't promise how many extras we'll have. That's just the way it goes. But I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir here with this group. So yeah, just keep getting the pictures in. Any questions? Look at us, we're doing so well on time. Yay. Okay, Giant Funds. So this year has been a very unique year for lots of reasons. Giant Funds is no different. The program is finished. We could not earn Giant Funds this year with the A+ reward program, but last year's earnings were given to North Coventry Elementary School, not PTO, because that's how Giant does it, last May. So we had the opportunity to make some choices, thanks to Mr. Bettman and allowing us to do that. So we had a couple of parent feedback sessions after we did some brainstorming, and I appreciate those who were able to come. I know it was very last minute, but the timeline on the money was a little shorter than I had figured. So we're doing some good things. We'll give a final report about how it's all spent next month, but we've got some good things going on with the basketball net and some money for the teachers to spend on things that they would like to, and some speakers and things like that. So full report coming. Just wanted to let you know where that stood since some of you came to our feedback sessions, and thank you for doing that. All right, Mr. Bentman, I think we're up to you. Are you still feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So good evening, everybody. Thanks for everybody coming out tonight. I know you're all super busy. Everybody's a lot going on, and I know that sports are beginning to pick up and outside activities. So I appreciate all the work that all of you do for the students and the teachers of North and the community of North Coventry. So thank you. So just a few items here. I want to thank the crew that came out and did the Chalk to Walk program there. It was pretty awesome. Good to see that. Felt like another first day back, and kids enjoyed looking at it as they entered the school and exited the school. And it just made a very, good entrance, a good feeling as the kids came in, and also the Path to Hope signs. I know there's some back work on that to bring those to the building. So it was good to see those spread out throughout the district. So thank you. First day back was a success on Monday. It was great to see classrooms with a typical size class of kids in the room. It felt like, pre-COVID, which is always good. Our cyber classes were running smoothly as well, and we were able to facilitate any change for anybody that wanted to change, which generally without any type of or little to no movement, which was really good for the district. So I think we did a nice job pulling it off and trying to make everything as smooth as possible for all of our students. And shout out to the teachers for really creating a very good environment for the first 2 days of school for our students back full time. Now let's see what our attendance looks like tomorrow. Some of the kids might be asking for that Wednesday. So we do have school tomorrow, everybody. So tomorrow is not asynchronous. Kids are in the building tomorrow. All right. A wonderful topic that we always like to talk about, PSSA. So the state has decided to continue with PSSA this year, based off of federal regulation. So it really is a trickle down effect. It starts with feds, and then it comes down to the state level. So we're running the PSSA two separate ways this year. We're doing cyber, and then we're doing it in person, not taking the test at home, but our kiddos that are in the cyber program will take it in the building if they come and take it. And we're going to start those on April 19th. For ELA, April 26th for math, and then the 29th for science. That's only grade 4 Any kiddo that's with a cyber teacher from another building is still our North Coventry student, and we want them all to be with us, so they will be with us for the PSSA and not their school where their teacher is. And then we have our in-person students that will be taking the PSSA May 3rd, ELA May 10th, and May 13th. The state did extend the deadline actually into September, but we're going to get this done this year and move on with everything and not wait till September. So there you have it. So that's the PSSA. Any questions? Kind of open that up to any questions that anybody might have about the PSSA? No. 3rd through 6th grade, as they do a typical year.
I have a
Tammy?
question. About how many students are coming in from that, for that cyber portion of the test?
Yeah, it depends how many opt out, and it depends on the grade level. So, it's a great question. So, I take a grade level and take the cyber teacher. So, we take, let's say 4th grade and, Mr. Zaleski, or 5th grade and Mrs. Janda, based off of what their numbers are. Our cyber classes are a little smaller, or on the, smaller end. So if they have 20, 22 kids, depending on how many kiddos take it, based off that, but we would not exceed the distance that we're sitting kids at right now, which is more than 3 feet, less than 6 feet. There might be a need to create smaller groups based off of how many students are coming to take it. And I wouldn't know that, probably closer to that time. But the rule of thumb is like a typical classroom.
Okay. So, and I'm guessing you have no idea where you're putting them yet, right?
Well, yeah, I do have room. They would be in their classroom. So the teachers that have a cyber class have access to a full classroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the cyber students that are coming from other schools will go into that grade level cyber classroom probably?
So if I have a student that's in with like, let's say a East Coventry teacher, they would come to North Coventry to take the test. Like if it's an NC student.
Right.
So for example,
but they would be taking it probably with that cyber grade level teacher.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If there's room, and if there's room, and if there's not room, I would probably split it up, because if I'm going to utilize another teacher, instead of having like one have 5 or 4 and another one have 22, I would split it up.
Right. And then you said that it depends on the numbers of people that opt out. The only way to opt out is to go through that religious objection process, right?
Right. So you would send me an email stating you'd like to opt out. You would then come into the building. We can do it in a cyber, in a meet, but it's a little more difficult. View the test, deem that the test is, something that you're not interested in, and then you would write me a letter, and then that would confirm the opt out.
Gotcha. Okay. I think that's
Great questions.
And wait, and just one more.
Yeah.
And it's only 4th grade is the only one that has science. Is that right?
Correct. 4th and 8th grade.
Okay. All right. That for sure is my last question for
Yeah.
now.
It's okay. Just send me a note anytime. We are celebrating World Down Syndrome Day on March 22nd. So let's do our crazy socks. I do have a Title I update. So one of the good things about moving to 5 days a week is that we are running our title groups 5 days a week. We were doing it 2 days a week, but now it's 5 days a week. We're working on a parent involvement idea that will be district wide. More information to come on that for Title I towards the end of the year. Snacks are being sold in the cafeteria. Shout out to Casey Shaw and some other people for the Reading Rainbow Initiative for the mosaic pieces that the kids are completing for their reading minutes. We have a big bulletin board in the school, and it looks awesome. So good stuff. Today I gave April Doherty, our new secretary, a tour of the building, and she met many staff members. So you got my email last night after she was board approved. So we welcome April. So if you want to send her a welcome email, that would be fantastic. And I had an opportunity to do a meet and greet with Dr. Will Stout, the new superintendent that was board approved last night as well. So it was nice to meet him, and I will be working with Amy to get Dr. Stout on one of our PTO meeting agendas so he can do a meet and greet with all of you here at the PTO and parents. So that's to come, get a chance to meet him.
Great.
All right. Thanks.
All set? Okay. So our next meeting is in April. It's coming. Spring is coming. April 14th, 7 o'clock via Zoom. I don't know if we'll ever go back to in person. I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting. But count on Zoom this time, at least in April. I know we went through things relatively fast. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to any board member. Happy to answer. Any suggestions you have, all that good stuff. We're happy to hear it. All right. I appreciate you coming. And if that's it, I think we can adjourn. It's a record for Amy, 7:39. Woo!
Can I ask a very silly question?
Sure.
So Sam, my oldest, is in first grade. And so every day he comes home, he's like, Mom, can you put some money on my account so I can buy snacks? How does that even happen? How do you even do that?
In school pay.
Where is that? Through the website?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you put money on their account and then they can buy, that's what when lunches were paid for, that's how they paid, or they brought cash.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Skyward too,
Yeah,
right?
It's
Or
thanks, Becky. Appreciate that, sharing that. It's so funny because right, you go in the cafeteria and the kids, they buy the ice cream and the snacks and they sit down. It's the best. And they got their food, and the first thing they do is eat the ice cream. And they're just chowing down. Their lunch is sitting there. I'm like, oh, you got to get to the other stuff. Come on, we don't have much time left. It's funny because they never, it's always at home, right? In our house, right? We all have dinner first or whatever. And then they get dessert. They're like, I'm on my own. I'm totally doing the dessert first.
So last year before the lockdown, we noticed, I got an alert that Henry's account was low. And I went in and I was like, dude, you got ice cream 3 times this week? And he was like, well, and I was like, once. You can get it once a week.
It's a slippery slope, Tav. Be careful.
I know.
Speaking from experience. All right.
Share
Thank
something
you.
real quick. So
Go ahead.
Kaylee came home on Monday, and she's a first grader, and she came home and she's like, Mom, the first thing she said to me, Mom, all my friends are taller. So I'm so glad that she gets to see all her friends that are taller now this year.
That's so nice. Yeah.
So one of the takeaways from A Path to Hope last week was when you sit down and talk about your day, also sit down and talk about the worst part of your day. And we always talk about the highlights of our day, but we don't always really talk about the negative part of our day. So we started implementing that when we have the conversation at night. And Henry's worst part of his day today was leaving school.
Oh. That
He
makes
didn't want to come home. So that makes me so happy. He was happy as a clam.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah, the Bentmans always do best part, worst part for dinner, and it's good to hear both.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good conversations. Thank you for bringing that up, Becky. It was a great presentation, and thank you for the chalk the walk idea. That was a great one too.
Oh, no problem. It was fun.
It was good.
Thought we needed it. Clearly everyone enjoyed it. So
Yes. All right. If that's it, I think we will sign off and have a great night. Thank you for joining us.
bye.
Night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Amy.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Before